What's going on, y'all? I got a serious question for you today. My question today is, what's on your mind? When the last time you truly tried to sit down with your thoughts, just to figure out what are you really honestly truly thinking about? Not just strolling or scrolling or reacting to something that you've seen online. When the last time you actually sat down with your own thoughts? Planning, plotting, strategizing. When the last time you did that? Strategizing, trying to figure out your next moves. I know it might sound crazy, but I want to know because I feel like too many of us, we treat our minds like it's background noise. Like uh, it's not the power that it actually is. Our mind is designed to power us in all our moves and actions, but the way like they call us consumers, we consume everything. And so by consuming everything, you're taking in all these different thoughts that are not generally yours. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So what's on your mind? What are you thinking about? Like, what do you think about? Day in, day out, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the positivity in your life or the positive things? Or are you thinking about the negative things? What are you focusing on? Because to be honest with you, your thoughts start to shape your reality. No matter if they're big, tall, small, little, negative, positive, your thoughts is going to shape your reality. That's all up to you. So I think about it. So I'm just thinking of like a time in my life when I was distracted the most. Just growing up, just being out there, you start to you think other people's opinions and they constant, you doing good, you're not doing good. You think that stuff really matters, but at the end of the day, it don't. Because yes, it formulates your mind, some thoughts in your mind to make you feel good or feel bad, but it really don't matter. It just basically boils down, what are you feeding your mind? What are you actually feeding your mind? Because when I was in the world doing all that, I felt like I wasn't progressing. But that was because I was letting other people's opinions dictate to me what I should and shouldn't be doing. But then when I started to take control of my own mind and my own mental real estate, I got to the point where it was like, okay, I'm finna start being intentional about what I feed my mind. And it's crazy because, don't get me wrong, I still rock a couple of my jams every now and again, but I had to stop feeding my mind that all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? I was, I ain't gonna even lie. I was Pac. If we don't even want to go Future, I was Kevin Gates. I was getting mine in. You know what I mean? But that wasn't necessarily helping me feed my mind the positive things that I needed to move forward. So I had to pull back on a lot of that and get in my books, get in my Bible, get with my faith and start basically turning up the power of my mind to start getting the things that I really want. I started having to, and I'm telling y'all should probably, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm telling you, this is what worked for me. I started sitting still, being still daily. You know what I mean? Get my morning prayer in and get my Bible scriptures read. I started to talk to God more. And like I said, in that stillness, God was able to talk to me more so I know how I need to be moving and what I should and shouldn't be doing. In that, I started getting to a point where it was like my input determined my output. I hope that makes sense. My input, what I was putting in, determined my output. So I'm telling you guys the same thing. Your input determines your output. Start to visualize each day. What does that look like for you? Start seeing yourself walking into the winner's circle. If you already done seen yourself winning, When it's time to win, you already know you're going to win. It ain't what? You can't stop me from winning because I already know I'm going to win because I've seen it. Because my mind had already programmed this actual thing to happen. Get to a point where you start challenging the lies and all the negative thoughts that pop up. You got to get to a point where you know it's not true. That ain't God's truth for you. So if it ain't God's truth for you, why are you living in that thing? Why are you believing that? Replace that with some scripture, some powerful affirmations, listen to my podcast. Hopefully I can pull you out of it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, you got to start taking those small actions. I talk about those all the time. It's the small steps, the small actions that's going to move you forward. Because if you're stuck or you think you're moving back, it's all in your mind. It's in your mindset because it's basically, what are you feeding your mind? We eat junk food anyway. You know they feeding us junk food. So if you can imagine how much junk food they feeding us, think about how much junk food they feeding your mind. It's got to be 10 times what they feeding your body. I want you to, that's some serious thing. I need you to really think about that. Start journaling your thoughts, your wins, your challenges. Write everything down. Get it out of your head. I got so many books and journals. And then, just so you guys know, those journals you can pass down to your kids because now they know what you done thought because you done wrote them down. But if you ain't wrote nothing down, your kids don't know what you thinking. You can actually grow your tomorrow by being intentional. You can grow your next year by being intentional. But you have to reframe your mind. Grow your mind by what you putting in it. Whether it's books, positive podcasts, whatever you getting, but you need some positive affirmation, something that's gonna be positive for your mind. That's all I'm saying. You got to start to tell yourself that you're stronger than this, and which you are, but you got to believe it. We ain't in school no more where a teacher can, or even say like your parents or something, can pull you along. No, it's for you to pull yourself along. Surround yourself with like-minded thinkers. People who think that's going to pull you until you're able to pull yourself. Your environment actually matters, whether you believe that or not. Because if you on a low frequency and you dealing with people with low frequency, they going to keep your frequency low. But if you know your frequency is supposed to be higher than that, I done told y'all, iron sharpen iron. You need to get around somebody who frequency on a higher level, especially if they willing to still let you in the circle. That's all up to you. Just saying. Your thoughts sets alarms every day. Good or bad, it's telling you something, but it's up to you if you choose to go with it. You got to think about that. When them negative thoughts come, you got to catch them. You got to start redirecting them things. Start moving them things in the direction that you think your life should be going. You in control, or are you? There go my question. Are you in control of your life, or aren't you? Because if you the boss, why you can't control your thoughts? That's because of all of them negative things they didn't put into your mind. You got to start to detox those things. Unfollow those people. Cut those people out. Stop gossiping. Limit exposure to the content that don't feed your mind the good things that your mind need. Because your mind can't grow if you keep feeding it negative stuff all day, every day. Your horror movies, your goofy music, your gossip channels, all of that. That's not helping your mind. You have to feed your mind good, positive things. Anchor your mind in the morning and night, not just sometimes. You got to always stay on a point where your mind is being fed the positive things you need to survive. Just like your body, nourishing your body. Start your day with gratitude and intention. End it the same way too, if you ask me. But you have to close it by reflecting. When I say close your day, reflecting on your day, the positive and negative things, so you can adjust for the next day. You have to learn to conquer your mind. I'm talking about it like it's easy. It's not easy, but it's not hard either. But you have to want to do it. That's the thing it boils down to. You have to want to conquer your mind. I said it once before. Once you put in is what you go get out. So if you keep letting anything in, these stupid songs, these these stupid things people say, garbage in, garbage out. You got it, young girl. Like I said, you have to start to believe that if you the one, which a lot of people feel like they're the one, show us you the one. But you gotta be able to, you gotta show something. You can't just talk about you the one and you ain't putting nothing in. Your output don't show that you the one. Just to go be honest with you. So this week I'm gonna challenge y'all. Like I said, out of all the stuff I just said, hopefully a couple of those things resonate with you where you can start to reformulate a new routine and start to treat your mind like the power machine that it is. Like I said, it could be journaling or detoxing or I don't know what it is for you, but you got to pick out something that I said. Hopefully, find somebody that's saying something positive to you to help you out. But you got to start moving in the right direction. Your mind is a powerful thing to waste. We done heard that, and they always talk about drugs. We ain't talking about drugs because a lot of this stuff ain't even drugs. It's just negativity that you feed in your mind all day, every day. How can you grow off that? You can't. I tell y'all all the time, start small, stay consistent, and your mind will thank you for it. Your body, your life, your actions, everything that you've touched will thank you for starting small and staying consistent. You will eventually grow off of it. I can guarantee it because it happened to me. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. Once I started growing, ain't no going back. I can't, man, I'm not living like that. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It wasn't cool to begin with. But once I figured out and got on the other side of it, that's why I'm on this microphone trying to tell y'all right now, that ain't it. It ain't it. I've been there, I've done it. You can't convince me that's it. I'm telling you, it ain't it. So it's up to you. Are you gonna fight for it or you not? You just gonna let your mind wander and let everybody put whatever they want to put in your mind, or you go take control of your mind. But your biggest blessings is on the other side of you taking control of your mind. That's period, point blank. That's all it is. When you align your thoughts with God's purpose, you start to life hack or unlock the different possibilities that God had always wanted or created for your life. But because we let culture feed us all this junk, we done got way off track. And it depends on the person, but some people are so far away from who they know they supposed to be. But like I said, if you the boss of you the boss. You can't control your mind. Like, one ain't it don't make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, please.